It's time now for Real Estate Update. With Usha Chandra of GlobeNet Realty, real estate is our world.
Now we're standing here face to face, afraid to move or else.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to this very exciting segment of the weekly real estate update with Usha Chandra of GlobeNet Realty. With that, welcome to the show, Usha.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, Umesh, and Australian Indian Radio. It's good to be back week on.
Well, of course, it is wonderful. And of course, there is so much that's happening out there in the real estate world. So let's get into the show. Well, of course, as we have always done so, we have always gauged the market on auctions. So looking at the auctions as an overview, what has been this period in terms of auctions?
Yes, let's have a quick look at that second busiest week of the year. There were 3,062 homes taken to auction across the combined capital cities last week, making it the second busiest auction week of the year so far. The previous week saw 2,054 homes taken to auction, with the lower volumes attributed to public holidays and long weekends across the 4 of the 8 states and territories. While the same time last year, 2,710 properties were taken to auction. Of the 2,479 capital city results collected so far, 69.8% were successful, marking the first time in preliminary clearance rate has slipped below 70% since the week ending of 23rd January 2022. The previous week recorded the preliminary auction clearance rate of 72.7%, which revised down to 68.9% at the final figures. While this time last year, 80.9% of the reported auctions were successful. So it was down this year in January, while last year, the similar time, 80.9% were very successful results. Once final results are collected, it's likely that the final rate will hold below 70% for the third consecutive week. So looking at that compared to last year and this year same time, it was 80% compared to 68.9%. So that's the result of auction for the last week.
And the overall is still quite good where it is, and a little bit down. Second busiest auction week of the year, so that's quite good. And Melbourne, of course, they're always adding to the percentages as usual. Well, right now, let's take a look at, get some facts and figures on what actually happened city-wise in auctions.
Yes, always look at the major cities of Australia. Sydney, 69.7%. Total number of properties taken to auction was 1,005, and the total cleared results were 574 sold under the hammer. Volume, looking at Melbourne, 68.9%, 1,504 properties were taken to auction, and 868 sold under the hammer. Brisbane down 61.2%, 189 properties were taken to auction, and only 79 cleared at the auction results. Adelaide is 83.6%, holding fairly steady there for the last couple of weeks. 195 properties were taken to auction, and 107 sold under the hammer. Perth was very down there. Last week was 61% and now it's 41.7%. Only 19 properties were taken to auction and 5 sold under the hammer. Tasmania is never applicable. There was no auctions in Tasmania at all. Canberra 76.2%, down there again from 82% to 76.2%. 150 properties were taken to auction and only 96 sold under the hammer. So let's have a quick look at the average for the whole of Australia, the capital cities of Australia. 69.8% was cleared percentage there. 3,062 properties were taken to auction and 1,729 sold under the HEMA. So looking at the results, there was quite a few properties that didn't sell sell at all, so averaging 69.8%.
Well, 69.8% is still very good. So out of the total 1,700 or so cleared auctions, 868 were from Melbourne. So almost nearly half of that in Melbourne. So yep, that speaks volumes in itself. Well, right now, moving on, let's also take a look at, with these auctions and whatever, so what has been the value changes of homes in all major cities?
Yes, the value changes is very interesting. 12-month change, 19.1%. In Sydney, down by 9.9%. Melbourne is down as well. It was 11% last week. It's 10.9%, so down by 1.1%. Brisbane has been down as well. It was 30% last week's result and down by 0.2%. Adelaide is 26%. It's gone up there. Actually, Adelaide last week was 25%, has gone up by 1%. Perth is 77.6%, it was 8% last week, so gone down there as well. So combined capital cities is gone down 17.1%, last week it was 19%. So that shows the results. Everywhere it's down apart from Adelaide. Yeah, looking at Melbourne is very interesting there. I mean, the listings are quite high there, and as we have seen, the auction results was quite good there as well. A lot of properties, nearly 50% of whole of major capital cities were sold in Melbourne, but down monthly, I mean, value home changes is down by 10.9%.
Okay, so looking at all of those, when we look at the properties, what about the number of listings? Because as we know, the market's only as good as what's available to sell. So, if you look at nationwide, looking at all the major capital cities, let's go through and take a look at the listings.
Yes, looking at nationwide listings is quite good, high number of listings coming. Brisbane is 4,427 new listings, and 4-week count is 12,702. Sydney is 8,322 new listings, double the amount of listings in Brisbane. Compared to Brisbane, is double the amount of listings in Sydney. 22,711 in 4-week count. And looking at Melbourne, Canberra is 818 new listings and 1,916 in 4-week count. Melbourne is 10,370 new listings. So looking at compared to Melbourne and Sydney, listings are quite high in Melbourne, 10,000, whereas in Sydney is 8,000. Let's have a quick look at Adelaide, 1,943 new listings. 4-week count is 4,710. Darwin is 215 new listings. 4-week count is 955. Perth is quite large number of listings there as well, 4,245. 4-week count is 14,000. Is more listings in Perth compared to Brisbane. Hobart is 373. Total 4-week count is 873. So, looking at the combined capitals, 30,713 new listings for the last week, and 4-week count is 87,909 listings in the 4-week count. So large number of listings coming up in the marketplace. So hopefully the next week's results will be much better.
Okay, so that is looking at still quite a lot of properties available. There's still still stable market by the looks of that. Well, right now let's go to your agency and your area, and let's take a quick look at some of the properties for sale and what's available for rent.
Yes, looking at our side of town, the north side of Brisbane. We have got quite a large number of properties coming on the market now. Looking at our office, that's the properties that has all the two properties we are looking at on the screen now. The one which is the first one, the two-story one, I've sold it 5 times. This property has been sold and managed by us for a long time. So it was a renovator's delight. So somebody is going to renovate and make some money there. And the investors who are buying it, they will be actually renovating and giving it back to us to manage for them. It's very close to the schools, to Nadji College and to the Bundle State School. A railway station is approximately 15 minutes walk from there. So it's a very good location, the very beautiful street of Bundle there. So it's quite a good family home, and looking at some 589 square meters. So let's have a quick look at the other property, that middle one, the second property. I sold it in 2001. And we have just sold it at the first open house with amazing price. We were marketing over $950, so we've sold it to close to $1 million on that one with multiple offers. Very nice property, and an interstate, actually a Melbourne investor bought the property, and we'll be managing that one as well. And it's a great property. It should rent somewhere between $700 to $720 per week. And it's fully, it's got 6 kilowatt solar panels. It's got 4 plus a study, 2 bathrooms, 2 garage. Amazing entertainment area there. So looking at that, it's already in the College Green estate. So it's few minutes walk to Nadji College, and all the other amenities as well. So results, the owners are extremely satisfied with the results. They were over the moon. The contract was only signed last night, as we had multiple offers to negotiate with. So looking at the floor plan is quite nice. We do a lot of floor plans as well, so interstate buyers can see the sizes of the property as well. The third one there is actually it's a very nice property as well. It's an apartment in Nanda, and we have got multiple offers on that. So we are marketing the offers over $399. It's quite spacious bedroom, open plan living areas, air conditioned. So an investor has bought that as well. So we have got a large number of investors coming to Brisbane. I heard that over 33,000 people are coming to Brisbane. So our market should be really good, and we should have the capital growth here as well. And that's a couple of our listings. I mean, we have listed a few more new ones which will be coming on the net this week. The other one I've already sold at first open house as well. That's in Tigam, and that one has sold for $998. And so we will be managing that as well for investor. And the other one we have got in Tigam, this one has got no carport. The owners live in Canada, and we are going to sell that one. We have got first open house was last Saturday, and we have got multiple offers. We are negotiating with the buyers and the sellers at the moment. So looking at our rentals, the rentals are those 2 properties on the screen are for rentals, and they have sold in. The first one, the owner lives in Singapore, and it was managed by another agency, but we have sold it and we'll be managing it for the new owners as well. And the second one, we did talk about the Tigam one, which will be rented for $820 a week, and the first one is $500 a week. So that's a couple of properties for rentals and for sale in our area. We are getting a few more new listings this week, so we'll be talking about those ones in the next episode.
Well, thank you very much for that update. That's quite impressive. Now that house, that Cavalry one, that 950 plus or whatever, close to $1 million sale. Let me get this right, and that's a property in College Green.
Yes, that's the highest. That's the most expensive properties we have sold in College Green, and the owners are amazed. I mean, they thought they'll get around $850, $900, but amazing results. And they were just they're just over the moon. So they've got achieved that prize, and I said to them that we would be able to achieve that higher nines or whatever. But yeah, they're just amazed with the results, and extremely happy buyers and sellers as well.
And okay, you've been in the area for quite some time. Now talk about College Green Estate. Do you remember when it began? It used to be the Villa World complex, and the first estate just behind Naji College, that when that opened up, there was display homes and we had to go and register buyers and whatever. What were those properties selling at that time? And I know at that time you were the most active agent selling most of the properties, and a lot of those came to you for management as well, because the on-site managers had a very good working relation with you.
Absolutely. I mean, we were the only agency which had about 3 offices of our own working in that area. And the first house I sold in October 1995 for $125,000 in College Green Estate. And when that estate was designed and built, people were thinking that it will be a lot of water problems and all that sort of thing, because it was called Northumbria Lakes Estate. So it was then changed. So I know I've been selling in the area for over 33 years. So I know the demographics of the area, how it has changed. So there's 985 homes in that estate. People would not know that 985 homes are in that estate, and there was no flood at all in either 2011 or 2022. So everybody is safe in that estate. The houses are selling very well. I mean, we have sold one 3-bedroom one for $850 and another one for $795. So this one was a bigger house on a bigger block. That's why we have achieved an amazing price for the seller. So College Green Estate, there is approximately about 30% of rental properties and 70% is owner occupied. So it's a good mix of rentals and owner occupiers. So amazing area. Very good with parks and train station, transport, shops, everything is close by.
Well done. Who would have thought close to $1 million in College Green? And as you mentioned, when it was opened up, people used to say, not the swamps. Look at what they're doing. They're building on the swamps. Oh my God, what's wrong with these people? And look at the size of the blocks they're cutting it down to, that's what people were saying, but look at where it is now. So it just goes to show that you have to have that foresight. Well, once again, thank you so much for sharing that very valuable information, and wonderful to see College Green coming off on its own, and very good to note that it did not flood. So the drainage that's been put in, the catchment areas that have been designed, that really worked well. The catchment, the drains that go out into the Bundal wetlands.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, Amish, and have a great day.
And thank you very much. We'll see you at the next show.
GlobeNet Realty. GlobeNet Realty has been the longest established, trusted and respected agency in its trade area. Usha Chandra, Director of GlobeNet Realty, provides honest and ethical service to her customers. If you are thinking of investing in Brisbane real estate market, or if you are seeking professional property management, then you should contact Usha Chandra today on landline 3865 4466 or mobile 0419 775 416. And for further updates, log on to our website www.globenetralty.com.au. GlobeNet Realty is your own local real estate agency. Situated at Shop 52281 Sandgate Road, Boondall. GlobeNet Realty. Real estate is our world.